Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Errol Spence Jr. cutting weight for his fight against Mikey Garcia. Could this turn into a problem? Now, I'm just asking the question because I was doing a lot of thinking about this weight cut. And, I went back to a recent, I guess not so recent interview that Errol Spence Jr. did with WorldBoxingNews.net. And this was a particular interview that he did in regards to the Kell Brook fight. And they asked him a telling question. They basically asked, can you tell us what it is like for you to get down to 147 pounds, or maybe what you walk around at? And this is a direct quote from Errol Spence Jr. It's not easy at all. I'm a big welterweight too. It's my job, and I don't complain about making weight because it's my job. It's a part of what I have to do. I walk around pretty heavy, but I get the weight off and come 100% prepared. I'm not worried about my weight. I'm not worried about his weight. That's what all fighters go through. There are guys that come down 30 or 40 pounds all the time. It's not something that I worry about. Now, if you look at the beginning of his statement, he said it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. That was his first sentence. It's not easy at all. So you have to understand that if he's talking about cutting potentially 30 or 40 pounds and saying it's not easy, and this was then, as you get older, your body changes, and these massive weight cuts tend to drain you. Yeah, people say, oh, he's never had a problem cutting weight. You don't know what his camp is like. He admitted out of his own mouth that it's not easy at all. We don't know what Errol Spence Jr. is going to look like when he's dragged into deep waters, because he hasn't been truly dragged into deep waters by constantly being hit, by someone constantly being on the attack and giving it to him, countering him every moment and every second of the fight, and physically exhausting Errol Spence Jr. by making him come after them, by constantly being a moving target and not being easy to hit. So imagine if he's in with a guy like Terrence Crawford, Mikey Garcia, Vasyl Lomachenko, and they're constantly moving, tagging you, and making it difficult for you to hit while you're constantly getting countered again and again and again. We don't know how Errol Spence Jr. will react to that, because that massive weight cut alone can take a lot out of you. And Errol Spence Jr. never had to dig in deep because he's never been put in the type of position by a guy that can truly hurt him, or by a particular guy that can have those type of impressive skills to drag him into those deep waters and those late rounds to really show him what he's made of. When he fought Kell Brook and they got into the late round, Kell Brook was already damaged because he had a broken eye socket. Kell Brook had already come off a knockout loss, and Kell Brook's best rounds were within the first 6 rounds. Errol Spence Jr. just weathered the storm and just beat up on Kell Brook after the 6th round. That's pretty much what Errol Spence Jr. did after the 6th round. So he was in no danger, and Kell Brook could not move, could not do any of the things that, a Terrence Crawford, a Mikey Garcia, or Vasyl Lomachenko, Manny Pacquiao, those type of fighters can do. So Errol Spence Jr. weight will play a lot in this fight, will play a major role, and don't be surprised if his weight turns out to be a disadvantage after all. Once again, Unbiased as always. It's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.